What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So, former unified welterweight world champion superstar boxer, Errol "The Truth" Spence Jr. Errol Spence Jr. is now 28 wins, 1 loss, no draw, 22 wins by way of knockout, 33 years of age, 5'9" with a 72-inch arm reach. With that said, Errol Spence is back in the headlines again, and he's not even fighting currently right now. And Errol Spence is back in the headlines because another fighter is getting ready to fight, and that's former junior middleweight, now former middleweight, now catchweight junior middleweight, Mexican Ecuadorian star boxer Jose Benavidez Jr. put Errol Spence back in the limelight. Jose Benavidez Jr. is getting ready to fight undefeated 2-division world champion and reigning WBC middleweight world champion, superstar boxer, and close friend of Errol Spence in Jamal Lions only Charlo. Jamal Charlo is 32 wins, no losses, no draw, 22 wins by way of knockout, 33 years of age, 6 feet tall with a 74-inch arm reach. Jose Benavidez Jr. is going to fight Jamal Charlo this upcoming Saturday at the co-main event. Jose Benavidez Jr. is 28 wins, 2 losses, 1 draw, 19 wins by way of knockout. One time in his career, he was knocked out. That's what's important here to note. The one time in his career he was knocked out. He's 31 years of age, 5'10.5" with a 71-inch arm reach. He was knocked out October 13th of 2018. Who was he knocked out by? Undefeated 3-division world champion, 2-division undisputed world champion, who is widely recognized and acknowledged as the #1 best pound-for-pound fighter in the world, in Terrence "Bud" Crawford. Terrence Crawford knocked Jose Benavidez Jr. out in the 12th round of their fight. Jose Benavidez Jr. had a lot to say about Terrence Crawford going into that fight. The fight was built up. They had a lot of animosity, and Terrence Crawford ended up knocking Jose Benavidez Jr. out in the 12th round of that fight. With that said, Terrence Crawford also knocked out Errol Spence July of this year for undisputed. He dropped Errol Spence in the 2nd round, twice in the 7th, and then stopped him in the 9th. Massive undisputed showdown. Jose Benavidez is, again, facing off against Errol Spence's close friend and Jamal Charlo. Errol Spence is more than likely going to be in attendance. With that said, Jose Benavidez goes on to say that he could get knockouts and that he is not that being Terrence Crawford, only person to drop Errol Spence, because I dropped Errol Spence in sparring, is what Jose Benavidez Jr. had to say. I dropped Errol Spence in sparring. Terrence Crawford ain't the only one to drop Errol Spence, right? He ain't the lone soldier, right? Now, Errol Spence, he responded to this by, Errol Spence stated, so this is what Jose Benavidez Jr. had to say. He says, I got a video from a while back of me sparring Errol Spence. I haven't posted that video. It's a good video. Terrence Crawford is not the only one who dropped Errol Spence. I will tell you that much. Now, this is what Errol Spence had to say.
Fight. I got a tape of me beating Benavidez and sparring, punishing him. Yeah, punish him and sparring. Benavidez is a good fighter though.
So you heard what Errol Spence said. I got tape and footage of me punishing.
Fight. I got a tape of me beating Benavidez and sparring, punishing him. Yeah, punish him and sparring. Benavidez is a good fighter though.
So you heard Errol Spence said, I got the tape too. And I got the tape of me punishing Benavidez in sparring. So now Errol Spence responds to Benavidez claiming that he dropped Errol Spence in his sparring session. there's a lot of claims about sparring session going around, and there's a lot of, sparring session talk that's going viral. And people are using the sparring sessions to build up fights. As I told you guys, right? It helps build a storyline. When you have these glorified sparring sessions, it helps build a storyline, right? It helps validate, because you don't always get the fights, but you can get fighters. A lot of fighters don't fight the fights, specific fighters, but they have sparring sessions. Like we know Charlo and Errol Spence spar, right? Now we may not ever see Charlo and Errol Spence fight, but that's a fight, right? Depending upon what they're working on, or if they're going full steam. But it's a sparring session, right? Errol Spence got a lot of notoriety, a lot of momentum, because it was said that in sparring, Errol Spence blackened and gave Floyd Mayweather all types of problems in sparring. And so because of that, guess what? Errol Spence got a lot of momentum, a lot of notoriety. A lot of people started to focus on Errol Spence and take note of who Errol Spence was. Because why? Floyd Mayweather was considered the best fighter in the world at that point in time. And Errol Spence got the best of him in a sparring session. So everybody wanted to know, who is this guy that got the best of Errol Spence? I mean, the best of Floyd Mayweather, the best fighter in the world. Who is this guy that got the best of, who is this guy that blacked Floyd Mayweather eye in the sparring session? Everybody wanted to know who that guy is, right? And it turned out to be Errol Spence. The world took notice of who Errol Spence was because of that. So with that said, Jose Benavidez, he knows that that's going to garner a lot of attention, right? It's going to garner a lot of people wanting to know what actually took place. It's going to get a lot of momentum, and that's exactly what he did, right? He's using it to get attention, to draw attention to his name, to draw attention to this fight, and there's a correlation. The correlation is Errol Spence has a relationship with Charlo, right? Now Charlo is the favorite, but Charlo has not been in the ring for over 2 years. The last time we saw Charlo in the ring was June of 2021, right? We're going into 2024. It's been an extensive period of time since we saw Charlo in the ring, but he's undefeated. Now, Jose Benavidez was a blue chip prospect. Now he's going to fight the co-main event to his younger brother, undefeated two-time WBC super middleweight world champion, the Mexican Ecuadorian monster, David Benavidez, who's going to fight another undefeated two-division champion, superstar boxer, Demetrius Boo Boo Andrade. And they all have rivalries: Charlo, Demetrius Andrade, and David Benavidez. Jose Benavidez comes on the outside. Jose Benavidez was a blue chip prospect, but Jose Benavidez suffered a unfortunate injury to his leg that completely hindered the rest of his career, right? They were said that he might not even walk again, let alone box. And he defied the odds, right? He did it, against what they thought, medical advice thought that he was never going to walk again, let alone boxing. Look, he's boxing in big fights. He fought Terrence Crawford for a title. He's getting ready to fight Charlo, but Charlo's title won't be on the line. He fought Danny Garcia. So he's still in high profile fights. He just can't he can't give the best version of himself because he's hindered. That injury has hindered Jose Benavidez, period. And he was seen to be the blue chip prospect over David Benavidez. Now David Benavidez has surpassed him. But nonetheless, he's getting the opportunity. His movement, he's limited. His legs is a liability. He's limited with his mobility. And so because he's limited with his mobility, that causes him to have to stand and trade, can't move, can't really give angles. And if his opponents move around, he can't follow them. He can't find them, right? He can't hunt them down. So that's a huge problem. And Charlo, he don't look like himself, don't talk like himself. In his face, he don't look like himself. Who knows what's truly going on? I know he's going through mental issues outside the sport of boxing. But, he's getting back in the ring. And you got to favor Charlo. As far as Jose Benavidez dropping Errol Spence and sparring, it's possible. But, they have a conflict of stories because Errol Spence said he got the tape of him dominating Jose Benavidez Jr. Jose Benavidez said he got the tape of dropping Errol Spence. I guess what? People will pay massive amount of money to see that sparring session. I tell you that. They both said they got the tape. Let's see it. And that's all I got for y'all. Make sure you hit the like button. Drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue, Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon to get all the new notifications. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. So all I got for y'all. I'm gone. Peace.